Well, all good things, even a 6-week stay on the island of Newfoundland, have to come to an end. Now we're headed on our way home. I'd heard about New Wes Valley. It was described to me as Venice of Newfoundland. We're in Hare Bay right now. We're headed on the way to New Wes Valley. I stopped in Hare Bay. I saw a video rental shop here. I couldn't believe it. This dock is in Hare Bay. It's just an amazing old dock. Look at the work that went into making this. All the huge rocks and logs tied in place, and it's a tremendous amount of work, and it's becoming into disrepair now. But it's adding some beauty to my video, I think. Little bit of HDR here. I love these sheds out on a rocky point like that, little boathouse sort of thing. There's some fireweed around the boat there and a house in the background. We're getting into where we're headed for now. Look at the narrow streets here. We're driving through here. We're gonna go over the Barber Bridge here. This is like a restoration or the way things used to be here. That's what they're working on, I believe. This is the bridge right now. We're coming over. And the historic site is just ahead. These yellow buildings. I don't know that much about it, but they look really historic style Newfoundland housing. I didn't stay here. Some people stayed here for days and days. I got my shots because I'm on a schedule. So we got the pictures and then we started moving out. Look at that house with the long sloping roof, like an A+ kind of a building. I love it. There's the site. Historic Barber Village. The roads are narrow and twisty, but there's no traffic, so it wasn't a big problem. I stopped here to get some shots of this church and everything. Making another pass through town. Want to make sure we didn't miss anything on the GoPro. It's really pretty. Sometimes the GoPro footage is really good, sometimes not so much. This is really quite nice. Look at that church. So beautiful. Another church there. Lots of churches. We're going back over the bridge the other way now. I'm starting to feel, I don't know if you'd call it homesick or what. There's the church with the cemetery in the foreground. And here we are out on the road. We're headed to Wreckhouse location, and this is when I start to feel, wow, I'm missing something, I'm leaving. This I remember very well. This is Dead Man's Bay. I've been here several times. Now I wonder what geological thing happened here. Was it a glacier that was pushing all these stones and rounding them as they went along? And then it dropped off all these rocks here and a fjord sort of thing? I really don't know what would cause this to be, but there it is. Lots of people in their mobile homes here, hanging out on the beach. They don't have the itchy feet syndrome that I seem to have. I always want to be moving on somewhere. Lots of things to see here. This is Musgrave Harbor that we're coming into. Gonna see what that looks like. Look at the rocks on the left. Here I'm at the harbor taking some shots of the boats. I can't get enough of these boats at the docks. I really love the colors, and I like the old wooden boats best of all. And sheds like this, well, that's a new shed, but it's in the style of an old shed, so I quite like it. You can see the Tableland Mountains up ahead. Beautiful clear day for driving. Look at that. Getting close to Wreckhouse now. Look at the grasses with the sun on them. So beautiful. Like I said, this is when I start feeling, I don't know if you'd call it homesick or what, but I'm so torn between the East Coast and Ontario and West Coast and Vancouver Island, and I don't know, it's like sort of a nomad going from one place to another. Now we're parked up here at Wreckhouse right by the mountains. This is my favorite place to be. Beautiful, look at those mountains. Now those wires in the distance, they always bothered me. Here's some fireweed and grasses, really beautiful. So nice to see. Look at the clouds, what's going on. I don't know if this is called a cloud inversion or what, but it's something else. Yeah, those are those wires, they always bothered me. Now we can take them out in Photoshop, but they always bothered me. Wow, the galaxy's peeking through here. I'm having fun right now. Look at that, that's the Milky Way overhead. And it's pretty darn clear. I mean, look at that. It's about as clear a sky as we got in the 2 months we've been on the road. I'm quite delighted with these exposures. They're about 4 shots put together. Now it's getting to be morning. I'm always up early and I sleep late. Look at that. The island's just doing everything it can to make me want to stay. Look at those clouds moving by. So beautiful. I'm really going to miss this when I get back to Ontario. I will miss these clouds and the mountains and the skies and the boats. I'll really miss it. And as tired as I am of traveling right now, I know that in a while when I get home and get rested up, I'll want to go again. These mountains here, rocks, whatever where we're going through, they always seemed so huge to me, and they'd usually be covered in rain and fog, but they don't look that big right now. I don't know if I've seen too many things, but anyway, I still enjoy this part of it. I'm getting on the ferry, but like I said, it's a sweet sorrow kind of thing. Well, gotta move through. This has been changed now since the last time I was here. We've got the gates further up here. This is where we go through the agricultural inspection. Then we're getting ready, lined up to go on the boat. We pull up, they've already got our license number checked, they know who we are, and I just have to show them my ID and away we go because we're prepaid. So we get in this aisle here. Now I'm up on the deck of the ferry. I'm looking around. Things have changed here over 50 years, I tell you. We used to go up to a restaurant on the top of the hill there. You could just walk up these huge stairs and get up to the top and have your breakfast and then go back down to your van, but with all the security and everything now, everything is different. There's a lighthouse. I'm shooting these from the deck of the ferry. It's quite pretty. Look at the church, wowee. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this, I really will. There's the rocks. Beautiful day. It's going to be a nice crossing, I know that. Look at the sky overhead, wow. I was up on deck for most of it, just sitting in the sun. So beautiful to be here. I'm so fortunate. And I was right, it's a nice, smooth, safe crossing. No bouncing around. There's the helicopter pad and the front of the boat. That's looking back. Well, thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like, subscribe. Come on back again real soon.